What's up, guys? We are back. Just finished up the varsity game and the academy game just started. So we're gonna be hopping straight into it. Game one, map one.
Yep, and I mean, no delay now as we
No
hop into
break
map
at all.
one right here. I mean, no break, no stopping. We just keep rolling. I mean, looking at it, I'm Realm does go down for a little bit here, but you gotta be careful. Here comes Snake walking up as well. Gets the shot in. Kiriki getting something here. There's the push off as well. Trying to just get a little bit of pressure on this point. There's the dash in. Does go a little bit low here, but Realm does pick up a third. Solaris has another one there. And now they're going to try and just take a little bit of pressure off this point here. Bastion going up, excuse me, Bastion form going off there. And that's going to be a pretty clean take for Valpo here early on to this point. Now, I mean, we're looking a little bit of high ground, right? Obviously, Valpo's going to try and have to rotate here. But now, a couple of shots off, a couple of pings. Excuse me, said couple of pings, that's just instinct from League. But no, Valpo has a lot of high ground here now. So, trying to just get as much as they can. Other team, right, Rio Grande looking for any kind of entry here to this point. You have the Echo and you have the Mercy on the left side here. I'm Realm does go down though, gets picked off a little bit. Stake trying to get a couple of shots. There's the form from Bastion trying to just melt off this Baptiste. Baptiste is forced off that point. Here comes the Baptiste ult though. Kiriki trying to stay up. And a couple of shots there. Solaris gets picked. Another trade as well. Kiriki just jumps off the map, I guess, and that's going to be a quick point for Rio. But now, I mean, Valpo working on a little bit of a back foot here. No big deal. Right, we've seen this before, but you're going to have to just try and find a way to angle yourself, get up to that top row. Excuse me, folks. Sorry about that. But now, I mean, walking in, have a couple of shots, trying to look for anything on this point here, but now this is that high ground we were talking about. Gonna force this Baptiste off. Baptiste going pretty low. Gonna have to pop his regen there. Echo does dash up though. Realm gonna have to jump back, get a little bit of damage, but here comes the Bastion as well. Bastion form going off, trying to just shred. Arisa also on point here as well, trying to walk back. The Ramacha on the other team is pushing the back line. Gonna be able to take out Solaris. Or excuse me, trying to be able to take out Solaris' beam. But now Kiriki picks up the kill on Ramacha, gonna be able to push back. Maybe look for an ult here as well, especially because that Sojourn on the other side. Gonna pull in, there's the Sojourn, trying to get out. The anti as well is gonna be huge, although Nolan is doing wonders on the backside of Valpo. Now Stake being forced to walk back to this point here. Get a couple of shots off, look for any kind of flick, not gonna be able to hit it though. Kiriki now just forced to just walk back on point. Is anti here, can't heal anything up, but it's just him versus the healers now. Mercy almost going down, Mercy on one. Mercy is down now. Kiriki gonna look for anything. Realm following up. Kiriki goes down though. The Arisa Realm was being forced to push back now. And Baptiste still on point. Just kind of a really rough walk up here. Looks like Valpo is really staggered. They are going to be on point now. The shield from Ramacha going to be able to block out. Ramacha form going off. Now, I mean, it's just the healers on point here. Here's Aurum looking for maybe a boost, get something off, but it's not going to be able to work as she does die before that boost goes down. Now, I mean, Realm going to walk up. Realm also goes down. Here comes the stagger a little bit, though. The Ramacha swap from Kiriki. Going to be able to just punch off a little bit. Not going to be able to get it, though. That's overtime cleared. And now, I mean, they are going to be pushed off this point.
On the move.
And now, I mean, hopping into game two, or excuse me, round two of this map, right? Obviously, Valpo is being a little bit staggered there. I feel like it was always a group of three or a group of two, never really a group of 4 or 5 that Valpo was looking for. So I mean, a little bit more coherency, and this point might be a little bit easier. But your Rio Grande looking really strong there. Nolan putting in a ton of work on that Echo, especially right being able to just displace, walk up, take that back line. Valpo is just going to have to look for maybe an answer on it. And I think their answer is going to be this Ashe here as Realm swaps it. But now, I mean, you have to push back. Going to be able to walk up, get a little bit of speed here going. And now, immediately path through right for this high ground, right? You're going to have to fight for it, right? Going to try and just take this intro in. There's a couple of shots. There's the bomb as well coming from Ashe. A couple trades out. Kiriki gonna walk up, take a little bit of pressure. That Ramacha shield just doing wonders, waiting for that spear. The spear is not going to come out, but you have to be careful. Nolan's in a little bit of a bad spot on that side there. Here comes the form from Steak. Steak not going to be able to pick up anything, looking for the grenade there as well, but Ramacha is on him now. Gonna have to be careful. There's the shot. Does go off. Nolan, although still trading for that immortality. Gonna push off Orisa. Realm picks up one. Orisa now walking back as well. They are down a tank, so this is the time to push against real ground. There's a second. Gonna push back, trying to get a third, but that Mercy is just keeping alive. Ash putting in a ton of work here on this backside. Kiriki picking up that kill, taking
nice
that
shots.
shot there. Yeah. No, this was definitely the answer that they needed. Realm taking a ton of nice shots. Oh, okay. I spoke too soon. My bad. Gonna just
Commentator's
tank-
curse there.
Yeah, exactly. Tank that. Take those bombs from the side there. And now, I mean, they're down 4v5 on this next push here, but we're gonna see if Real Ground can really capitalize off that pick before he gets back. They're gonna walk up, they're gonna frontline a little bit, hits the Ash, or hits the Mercy as well with that spear. And now we're seeing that same issue where Valpo is pretty split. Kiriki can't really get that sustained healing other than Aurum. And Aurum doing just her best to keep it alive, but does go down. And now you have the Echo swap to that Orisa. Orisa probably looking for an ult, does go down there. Trying to get anything, but Valpo is going to be forced off this point, and that's going to be a take. Kiriki forced in that corner, gonna go down, and now Valpo is going to be forced on the retake.
That Echo ult is so impactful. I mean,
Yep.
able to just have a second tank is crazy.
No, definitely. Just being able to push that point, especially taking the tank like Orisa, whose kit is definitely not dependent on her ult, definitely way stronger just outside of it. Just being able to take that and frontline push that is just so insane. Half the time, I mean, Orisa's pulling out damage numbers like a DPS anyways, so you're not really losing anything by taking that form. But now we're seeing this push up here as well. Gonna pull that as well. The Orisa ult going up, but the immortality is gonna stop any damage going in. Ash gonna be forced off the back line there. Steak looking for something here. Gonna be up on the ult charge. Almost getting this Nolan, but that Mercy's gonna keep him alive. Here comes the form as well. Trying to flip out. Gonna get shot, but Echo does pick it off. Kiriki gonna be able to trade 1-for-1. Aurum doing some work in the back. Both healers doing a ton of DPS here, keeping Realm alive, keeping Kiriki alive. Getting a couple of shots there, and now Realm.
Supports in that fight were doing a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Almost looking like the DPS there.
No, I mean, that was a huge anti as well. Solar's keeping him up with that immortality. Pretty huge for the side of Valpo. And now they're going to have this retake. But now, I mean, you have this high ground. You're sitting here. Now you're playing this kind of mirror match where they're looking to just not get picked, right? That's what started every single fight before this. We haven't really had a solid 5v5 yet, so you're looking for a pick, but Steak does go down, and that's the pick I was talking about now. You have to be careful, but we will be able to equalize this. Realm picks up one kill, and we'll throw Bob on the back line there looking for something. Bob takes out the immortality. Realm picks up another. Kiriki picks up a third. Gonna look for the bump in the shot. Not gonna be able to hit it, but still pushing him off. There's the hello. Say hi to the stream there as we're watching you. And now, I mean, you have Valpo pretty clean clear, and you have 3 ults up with Orisa probably going to come up this next fight too, with just how fast she generates. Pretty huge game changers here. So we have to check it out, right? Point is, you just got to group up here. You don't have Bob, so you don't have that zoning tool that you need, but you do have the zoning out of Bastional. Steak just has to be really careful here not to get picked off. If Steak can just stay alive for this push, and they are on point now, you have to be able, you have to hop on point here. Here comes the ult from, there's the ult from Baptiste, being able to boost this Bastion. Bastion picks up one. Steak now getting able to shred. There's the push on Ramacha. Ramacha ult goes down with the sleep, and they immediately wake him. Kiriki pulls back, a 3-man Kiriki ult. There's a double kill, pushing back on this Soldier. Soldier was just able to defend it, but Steak is gonna pick that up. And that's going to be second point to Valpo here. There's the ult from Steak, just trying to stop the Soldier from jumping on point.
Any sort of
There's
touch
the ult.
potential.
Yep. No, I mean, that's going to be second point to Valpo, right? We saw a lot more cohesion there, although you did lose a couple of picks. You made up for it. I mean, Realm playing out of his mind that last point.
Looking a lot better in that second point for sure for Valpo there.
Definitely. No, I mean, DPSs are now DPSing here. So we're going to have to just check out how they played this third point, right? Again, brand new map, right? So we're looking at
some
a
brand
couple
new
of fun
comps
things,
to go along with this brand new map. Specifically, I'm Realm. Haven't seen these characters before. The support's looking a little different. But getting that patented Orisa for Karakiki.
Yep. No, I mean you have the Orisa.
I mean, I only recognize the Orisa and the Bastion from Valpo here, so definitely getting some new characters for this new map. So excited to see how they settled in and played well on that second point.
Yep, now you have the Sojourn, right? You're sitting on Baptiste Anno, which was a solid combo last game. I definitely don't expect them to switch that up now. You have the Orisa walking up in this front line here. And you have a ton of walls you can play the spear on. Gonna push that Bastion back as well, try to shred a little bit there. Steak does pick up the first kill though of the round, and the pick on Baptiste gonna be able to swap form, try to push back a little bit. The Baptiste on Rio Grande side also gonna swap form too. Gonna look for something here. Steak still putting in work. Orem does go down though, pick on the side. And you have to be careful. Here comes Nolan as well with that Mercy in the back, but a quick flick from Realm, gonna finish off Nolan. And now you have that objective, that numbers objective. Although Solaris picks up one, you do have Valpo going down. You have to be careful here. It's just the Baptiste and Bastion, and then Baptiste and Bastion on this side of Valpo. Sojourn does enter this point back again. You have a Zenyatta swap from Rio Grande, a little bit more damage here. And you have to be careful. I mean, you have this point for Rio Grande. They're playing this hold here pretty loose. And now Valpo does get the stun back, but here comes Kiriki pushing onto this point here, trying to get a little bit of space. There's the Baptiste all on the side of Valpo. Valpo gonna work for this damage, but now Nolan on the side gonna get deleted, trying to walk up, and Nolan picks up another on Realm though. Have to be careful. Stelm also goes down. Nolan is just destroying this team on Valpo, just slowly picking him off. Orisa trying to do the best. Healer's trying to keep Orisa up there, but it's being really rough. Baptiste does go down, although you have to be careful. You're playing this point to where Arum goes down. Kiriki kind of just backs up, leaves their team. Although Solaris picks up one and Realm picks up another, Valpo still doesn't have any pressure on this point here. We'll get maybe the flick. The flick won't be enough on 2 health. Look for a last shot, but Nolan's going to finish it off. A couple of pings going off. Now, I mean, it's left. They have realistically 1 push left, right? You have a ton of ults, though. Ton of ult economy. You can play around this team. It's going to be a pretty bloody fight this next push here. I'm expecting at least, but now pushing in. There's a 3-man ult from Kiriki, but he goes down first before it can go off. Might look for an ult from Realm. You still have it up. There's the ult from the enemy team. Bastion does pick up one. The revive on the Sojourn as well. It's going to be rough. Valpo's looking at 5v3. There's the power up as well on Sojourn. Here comes Realm looking for the shot. There's the anti as well. Gonna pull back. Gets the shield. Gets the dash out. There's another. Gonna look for a flick. The Mercy is just making it so hard to kill this Nolan, although you don't pick up as many kills as you want. Push him off point. Valpo does have their first take of this round.
Realm with that slide on the Orisa ult and like 180 just snapping on his head is crazy.
That was nasty.
Like,
yeah.
Realm has some crazy aim.
That was clean.
So
No.
keeping Valpo in this one, all University of Rio Grande needs to do is get back on that point and get with that 1%. So Valpo gonna have to hold this point for the rest of the match to take game 1.
Yep. I mean, you're fighting from the back foot now, right? Like we always talked about, but hell, this is what we do. This is what we do best, honestly. So now Steak hopping into this form, getting a little bit of damage out. You do have the Baptiste charged Bastion. Another Baptiste ult on the side of Valpo as well, though. Orem goes down, Steak goes down. It's just left to Realm and Kiriki, but both of them go down, and that's going to be a team kill for Valpo. Excuse me, a team kill against Valpo.
Yeah.
And now that's going to be objective, and that looks like it will be game 1 going to the side of a University of Rio Grande. A little bit of a rough start, right? Definitely only first game, right? We're talking a best of 5 here, so definitely not the worst thing in the world, right? It's just we saw a couple of errors there, a couple of just picks, and although we have a couple of mistakes on our side, I think really you have to give credit to Nolan here, on the side of Rio Grande, just playing insane, right? We saw him just such a threat on that, Sojourn.
Yeah.
Right, especially on that last point. Honestly, at that point, Rio Grande just started pocketing him, right? We saw the Mercy just following him around half the time, and it makes sense. I mean, he was doing crazy DPS, so Valpo going into this next map definitely has to find an answer for him.
Yeah, I would like to see us maybe revert back to some characters that we're used to playing that we've seen like on these Academy streams throughout the year. I'm thinking that Reaper, and Solaris on that Lucio, yeah. But maybe some more familiar picks. I thought the supports did a really good job on that second control point,
Mm.
like Father Pyro pointed out to me. So making me sound like I know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
But we'll be right back with game two, and we'll catch you guys in a minute.
Initiating
And we are
match.
back, ladies, gentlemen, and ambies, to the start of uh, what would be game two for Valpo's academy team versus University of Rio Grande. Um, Valpo losing that first game, right? Not the biggest deal in the world. We saw a couple of holes we can fix up and a couple of just focuses, right? We talked about a couple of key players on Rio that last round, so I think Valpo's really got to go into this game kind of devising a team comp how they're
Ready
going to
for
deal with that pocket, right? Biggest thing on Rio Grande was that it was just so hard to kill Nolan on this Sojourn. So much movement, but not only just the movement, but we talk about as well the mercy healing that he was getting, just being so strong that
That's not the word
Valpo
I
has to find some
chose.
kind of way to answer that. And it looks like their answer is gonna be going with this soldier, going with this Bastion again.
Just one more
had a little
mission.
bit of success with it, right? We saw the Ash being insanely strong on that second point, but it looks like they will just try and hold this pretty plain and simple.
Sorry about that. Returning to the stream, co-caster is back. Had to take a little bathroom break just because we're going to these back-to-back games. I mean, glad we have the opportunity though to stream multiple teams in one day though.
No, definitely, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
But now,
having a good time.
we have this choke point here we're talking about. Kiriki, it looks like Rio Grande is just going to push in immediately. There's a huge spear as well. Gonna alley-oop to Steak picking off that kill. There's the Bastion ult, or excuse me, the Bastion form as well, popping off for Steak. Steak gonna look for something here. Did a ton of damage on that backline from Realm. Realm does go down though, and now it's up to Ghoul. Or excuse me, now it's up to Steak looking for something. Sorry, Ghoul and Steak are both playing Bastion here. But now Kiriki getting a couple of shots in, gonna try and just shut off this backside, and now Rio Grande is gonna push back onto the point here. They have to be careful. There's a long respawn for Valpo. Valpo might just be looking to just give this point, as there goes Kiriki, there goes the Solaris as well, and now Valpo's just put on this back foot here. You have to be careful. You still do have Ana in this top side, but it's not going to be enough. Realm almost going down, Steak almost going down, and now they're going to be pushed off. A pretty quick first take for Rio Grande. But now, I mean, you're looking. We talk about this hallway all the time. I feel like a broken record, right? This is definitely the best first spot for Valpo to try and make this hold here. There's just a lot of choke, but you have to be careful. If there's a pressure going on, there's the Baptiste ult, and there's the Solaris ult as well. Excuse me, there's the Sojourn ult as well. Gonna pop off. There's the Bastion ult on the top, or the Baptiste ult as well. They look to boost himself a little bit up at the top. Solaris, Steak picking up the kill there as well. Realm getting a little bit low there. Steak looking for a form here. Here's the swap walking up. There's the other Bastion as well, shredding, and there it is. There's the kill. Kiriki still looking for a little bit of a flank here, trying to get back to point. Solaris still on this high ground. You have to be careful there. There's the soldier, and Kiriki's going to force this back up. Nolan though, oh my goodness. I mean, we talked about it last game. There's the pocket we're talking about, and Nolan is just destroying this backline. It's just really rough for Valpo to get anything going here, as now Solaris goes down as well. Kirik is going to be forced to push back here.
Yeah, gotta regroup here, but Valpo with 4 ults online if they want to make a push here to stop this second point. The Orisa ult, Soldier ult, I mean, all great ultimates to have here.
Yep, I mean, now you have to be really careful because Valpo still needs to answer. There's the ult from Steak as well, pushing in, and there's a good combo, but the immortality is going to keep it alive. Orisa trying to hold off on it, but it's not going to be enough. There's the power up as well. Kiriki walking into this front. The immortality trying to get to it, but not going to be able to get to it. Orisa pushes him off. Solaris still trying to get anything here. Aurum goes down. Solaris goes down. The whole team of Valpo is down except for Realm.
You know,
Realm is going to look for something, but in a really bad spot here, just trying not to stagger. Almost getting picked off, 9 health here, gonna be able to run back there, pick up the health pack. They have to be careful now.
I really love the idea of the Orisa ult combo with the Bastion ult. It's just unfortunate for Valpo it didn't work out. Not really sure what happened there where it didn't. But URG is able to get to the second point with 4 minutes, 4:50 remaining.
It's rough. It's rough pulling that combo off, really, because you have, if you're trying to just do it in a flash, you have a ton of support abilities to be able to stop it. And that's what we saw right there as Kiriki gets back in the corner, although we do have Realm with the ult popping off here. He's going to walk up, he gets a shot, there's the Zenyatta orb. It's going to try and melt the Orisa, but Orisa gets the projectile destruction just in time.
A lot of damage, not able to finish off those kills, though.
Yep, support is trying to just stay alive. It's not going to be enough. Valpo is going to be forced off this point. Here comes Kiriki with the Zarya shield, trying to just block as much as they can. Not going to be able to get it though, as that's going to be a 3 and 100% for the side of Rio Grande with 4 minutes to spare. Pretty clean for the side of Rio Grande, and now Valpo going to have to just look to answer back.
Yeah, so in the earlier stream we had with Varsity, on this exact same map, we saw Valpo with the 3-minute push, and then Purdue with the 1-minute push. But Purdue did get to that 100%, so they did have that opportunity to go at it again with the overtime. But Valpo gonna be looking to have to do a pretty quick push here, because 4 minutes is a lot of time for that overtime. If they are able to make it to that 100%. So still a chance here, but URG definitely in a good spot here in this map too so far.
Yep. I mean, we talk about it, right? Kings Row is definitely not one of the fun maps you want to be defending on. Like,
Yeah.
you don't want to be defending on King's Row, and you especially don't want to be attacking when you're working from behind, right?
It's the most common map I see teams 100%.
Yeah.
We go to overtime, it seems like all the time on this one.
I mean, we see King's Row as such a momentum heavy map that it feels like if you take first point, you're going to get to second point, right? You take
Yeah.
second point, you have so much econ that you'll probably get the third point and
Such a
et
short
cetera, et
distance,
cetera.
too.
Exactly. It's such a roll heavy map that a lot of the times you see you see games like this, excuse me, where you're just trying to get any kind of semblance of momentum.
We
But
do
now-
see some character switches for Valpo. Realm switching over that Hanzo, and Kirakuki switching over his Life Reaver.
Yep. Yeah, we have Solaris on Lifeweaver here. Aurum going on Kiriko here. And then you have Ramatra as well as your tank trying to look for this high ground here.
Oh,
Although
Ramatra,
Rio Grande is trying to defend it a little bit here. Solaris does jump in though, trying to just stay alive. It will get pushed. That's the first pick as well. Although Kiriki's still working here. That's 3 down on the side of Valpo. This first push is a little bit of a
Picking up
disaster.
a triple.
As it's left for Realm, who's just trying back up here. Hi! He's just trying to get anything. Maybe looking for a pick on this Bastion, trying to get any kind of reset timer, because you're going to see Valpo, although you lose this first push, you're immediately right back up. Going to have a swap from supports here. Lifeweaver didn't really give the angle that they're looking for. Maybe need a little bit more damage. Going to put Solaris on this Zenyatta, which we've seen him done before.
Yeah, very close spawn though, so we'll have a chance to take over this point again.
Yep.
So just gonna regroup, maybe take a different approach this time and see how it goes.
Yep. And now, I mean, you're working it again, right? You just have to walk up here. You have to be careful, though. I mean, this backline's having a little bit of an issue staying alive here because of Nolan just trying to take these angles here. Kiriki now going to walk him up. This might be their chance to be able to pick off. He has to just try and dash away. You have a ton of cornering here. The damage. The immortality is going to keep him up, though, as Ghoul on the end on Rio Grande side will take out 2 of the backline, Realm and Solaris. Now, I mean, you're left Stake trying to dash out, but it's not going to be enough.
Support's
There's the
going for
dash as
Valpo,
well.
yeah.
It's looking pretty rough for Valpo right now, but I mean, you still do have 2 minutes left on the clock. You have a lot of time to regroup, re-rotate, and we're going to see how they just try and enter this point again.
Yeah, it looks like they had a different approach there, trying to target those flanks, but then we saw Stake and Arm Corvus go out. And Realm, unfortunately, getting killed there pretty quick.
Yep. So now, I mean, Valpo's going to be delayed a little bit longer too, waiting for, excuse me, waiting for a little bit of a respawn timer now. There's a shot as well. Getting that stun off. Doing a ton of damage, trying to walk up. Bastion going pretty low. Here's the reinforcement as well. Stake picks up 1 in the back line. Although you have to get out. There's the ult from Marisa, picks up a double. And now Valpo is just going to get wiped again as the race from Bastion. And that's just going to be another team wipe. All that's left
URG just
is
doing
Stake.
a phenomenal job here on this first point.
I mean, this is what we talk about. It's the momentum map, right?
Yeah.
It's
so tough to push through
insanely
this
hard.
corridor as well.
Yep. When you just don't have that kind of like pressure, you don't have that confidence to walk up. It's just really rough for Valpo to try and break anything.
Valpo does have 5 ults here though, so gonna have a minute left to kind of make a final push here to try and get control of this first objective.
Yep. I mean, you're sitting on ult for Realm here as well. Sitting on a lot of ults. They're going to take this left side here. And there's the Zenyatta ult just trying to push him back in. There's the Sojourn ult here. Here comes the Hanzo ult from the back, but Nolan does ult and picks up 2. Although Valpo picks up 2 in trade as well. Now they're just going to have to delete that. There we go. Trying to get Nolan in the corner, but Nolan jumps right back out. Now Solaris picks up 1 as well. There's so much pressure going on here that Valpo, this might be the angle they need. Although there's another one going down. It's so scrappy, but Valpo is on point. And now that, I mean, hey, nice thing is if you're attacking here, you trade 4 for 4, their respawn timers are a lot farther than yours are. So you're going to be able to hop on this point and not Purdue, Rio Grande is going to have to try and play this back. But you have a ton of ults. There's the Kiriki ult from Aurum as well, trying to get this healing up. There's a double from I'm Realm. Ghoul picks up Kiriki. Point almost going down. Realm picks up a 3rd. Popping off here. Going to look for a 4th maybe. Trying to get a shot. There's a couple. Trying to push these healers back off. There's the arrows, but it's not going to land. Although it is enough to push them on point, and that's the breakthrough they need. And now you got 2 minutes on the point. You're going to push through this hallway. You have the momentum swing back in your favor here.
You know, even though it's a long distance, relatively not too tough to push, except for this little hallway that you always talk about. But Valpo still with a chance here in this King's Row game.
Yep.
It's a little slow to the first point, but still definitely.
Yep. No, I mean, I'm addicted to talking about this choke here, but we do have almost a quick pick there. You do spot out the Bastion, though, through that wall. Definitely not going to be able to get that, as here comes the Hanzo pushing up as well. Realm looking for something. The Immortality going down. It's not going to be able to do anything, though. You have to be careful. Stake going pretty low here. Kiriki still trying to push on this point. You have to be careful. Rio Grande is flanking around this backside. You have the Orisa on point as well. Kiriki going pretty low here, but not going to die. Realm has the ult up. Gonna pop ult to try and clear this point off. Still walking up, although that's 2 down for Valpo. Valpo now working on the back here. It's the rip. Couple of shots, it's just kind of cornered with
going
damage.
down. So Valpo gonna be forced to regroup here. Hopefully not 2 staggered deaths here.
Yep. And now, I mean, you're working kind of on this back foot again. You have a minute left, right? You do have 3 pretty insane ults coming up here, although it looks like Rio Grande can match that too. So
They have 4 ults to themselves too, but Valpo gonna kind of be their last push opportunity here to get to that second point to try and add some more time.
Yep. No. I mean, here comes Kiriki
Realm switching
walking
over
up.
to the Genji as well, though, too.
Yep. And there's a
Bastion
huge
ult,
pull in from
comboed with the
Orisa.
Orisa.
Yeah. Nolan picks up 1. Gonna pick up 2 as well. Trying to just play as best they can. Stake is forced to back out. Kiriki is forced to back out as well. 40 seconds left. I mean, you didn't blow 2 of your ults left, but all of side of Rio Grande did. So if you can at least just get out of this spawn here, I think Valpo has a shot to be able to push back up here, as we're gonna see here.
URG does have all their ults down now. Valpo with 3 actually.
Yep.
So gonna have one last chance here with 15 seconds.
Realm picks up 1. The Mutality trying to just revive, but there's the picks we need. Solaris picking up another. Realm has his 3rd. And trying to dash in, get this 4th, gets the
dash and slash.
Hello. And that's kind of the push you needed. I mean, you didn't even blow 2 ults, right? You still have 3 on the side of Valpo. I mean, this is the overtime push you're looking for, right? You need to create a little bit of space, but obviously you can't leave this ult. Or, excuse me, you can't leave this payload. Genji, I mean, that was his first fight. He's already at 89%. It's kind of what you're looking for. Obviously, he gets the swap bonus, but outside of that, there's the dash in as well. Trying to get a couple of heals. They're trying to just zone out that Nolan. Gets a little bit of healing, and there comes the ult as well. Maybe looking for the Orisa. There's the Orisa pull in as well, and a huge dash in from Realm. Realm doesn't even pull out the blade yet. Doesn't need it. And that's a team kill for Valpo, and that's the pressure that you need. Really, really great combo. You had Aurum pop off with the Kiriki ult immediately in that choke. Give the advantage that Valpo needs, and you're still holding on to 2 ults here with a 3rd coming up on Solaris. I mean, Valpo is winning these fights with really, like, minimum ults. It's insanely good, but here comes the quick pop-off. There's the blade, trying to get this Mercy, gets the Mercy. Stake finishes it off, tries to get 2, although he goes down. That is 2 for 1 on Valpo's side. You have to be careful, though. That is a pretty quick respawn for the defenders. Gonna look for a 3rd. Not gonna be able to pick up the 3rd, but this Orisa is really low. Kiriki picking that up, gets the stun as well. You have a couple on point here, and now it's just left to the rest of Valpo to clean this up, and that's gonna be a 3.
Somehow, some way. Getting to the 100% with a minute left.
As an 100% push, right? That's what we're talking about. I mean, although you are looking at a pretty long timer on the side of URG.
I mean, giving themselves a chance, though.
Yeah,
So.
exactly. That's all you can ask for. And now you match it. You go into overtime here. Although you will be going on assault first, right?
Yep.
You have a lot more momentum. You have a lot more space and a lot more freedom to work it out.
Yeah, so Valpo, what I'm looking for here is if they're able to get to that first initial point, because they did a great job the rest of the way, able to push to that first and second checkpoint. I just think it's really important for them if they're able to get to this first control point, because it took them maybe 3-4 minutes having a tough time pushing through that corridor. Also with Nolan and URG, great flanks and using that high ground very well.
Yep. No, I mean, obviously, the hardest thing was breaking that momentum, right? Like you talked about, getting that kind of 3-4 minutes spent on that first point was really rough, but you had a couple of swaps, especially after taking that. You ran it literally to overtime, being able to take that point, and that's really what you're looking for. But now, We see, yeah, just put round back on Genji this round, especially with the projectile players that the other that Rio Grande's trying to play. Gonna try and
Snake with
just
the
stay
Widow
away
as
from
well
that.
too, looking for
Yep.
an early pick.
Oh, we just had a swap. Yeah, Steak is on Widow.
Last minute swap.
He looks like he was just looking for something, but he's gonna go Soldier. All right, I mean, hey, you're
Okay.
pushing on point now. Orisa
GPS
is
both
going
switching.
really low. You do swap probably for that Pharah, right? You
Yep.
just need that hit scan. And now they're going to get indoors here, make it really hard for Pharah to try and even rotate or do anything here. As you do have Pharmacy going off. Now, I mean, Soldier hitting up, going to get this shot going insanely low here. Maybe not going to get followed, though, as they are going to push this Orisa pretty low here. Trying to walk up. Nolan picks up one, though, on the side. Valpo is now fighting a 4v5 here, fighting a 3v5 now. That's 2, that's 3, and that's going to be 5 that go down for Valpo's side. First push going rough. 10 seconds left. They just have to speed up. You just have to sprint, right? You're going to go in. There's the ult from Nolan, and that's going to pick up Orem, and that's going to be first round. Not going to be able to touch point here, so really, I mean, it's going to be up to first objective, right? You have to make it to that first checkpoint to win this round for Rio Grande, and you're working with 4 minutes, right? So Valpo, if there's ever a back foot, it's now.
It also tracks that capture progress too, which is at 0%.
Yep.
So I believe URG just has to have control of the point for
Yeah.
any
So
amount of
it's,
time and they win.
well, they have to get to that first checkpoint objective.
Okay, out of the
So
3.
yeah, because
Okay.
I remember back in my Overwatch 1 days, it was always funny because you would run Tracer, you would run whatever, and you would sprint to the point to see if you could catch the other team just to step off it once. Insanely funny, but they eventually patched that out because it just was not fun to play.
Yeah.
So now, I mean, you actually have to fight a little bit for the point.
So,
It gives the
Valpo
defense
gonna have their chance to look for that 4.5 minute hold. So it's gonna be that's a lot of time.
Hey,
So-
they said LeBron couldn't come back from a 3-1 deficit.
Sharp eyes.
Look what he did for the Cavs. Amen. Go Cavaliers.
Yeah, I'm Cleveland born and raised, so I love the LeBron reference.
My family is Cleveland, so we're sitting in the booth with a little bit of a bias, but it's alright.
216 CLE, baby.
But no, I mean, hey, if LeBron could do it, so can Valpo's Academy
So
team.
can
Let's go.
Kirakuki.
Yeah, damn right. So can I'm Realm on this Ash, and here we go. There's a couple of headshots going off, and Valpo is going to have to make this hold here, as you can see. I mean, they have to make the checkpoint objective. You have Ghoul for URG on the side of Valpo, or excuse me, on the side of Widowmaker. So looking for a pick there. Mercy going extremely low now, trying to just walk up to this front line here. Gets dashed up though. Have to be careful. Nolan does pick off the first one though. Stake going down, and now this Pharmacy is just gonna wreak havoc. But Realm picks off that shot there. You have the anti on the Orisa. Orisa almost going down,
Gotta
but
get
the
off point.
immortality. You're gonna get that. You have to walk on point, but it's not going to be enough, and that's going to be a quick offensive round, and that's going to be game 2 going to URG.
Fortunately, weren't able to get that full 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah,
But
sadly.
good effort there on map 2, at least getting to that 100%, giving themselves a chance. But that time discrepancy is so hard to overcome.
Yeah, no, it's you're definitely working a little bit, working from a little behind there, but you know what? Series ain't over yet. You still have a lot of chances to come back here, especially with a map swap, especially with a little bit of a little bit more flexibility, I'd say, for the side of Valpo. Definitely to answer URG, because URG, as much as it pains me to admit, is playing a very clean game. Right?
No, they're playing well.
These are very, very clean games. Right? Obviously, as a Valpo caster, I'm gonna be a little bit biased, but it is fun to watch at least because we're seeing Valpo now has to really make an adjustment.
Yeah. Also, some context on this game. So, Valpo's Academy team is 3-0 in their division, with URG, I believe, also being undefeated and the top seed in their division so far. So, huge playoff implications. Who's going to kind of be that 1-2 seed, fight for that top spot in the conference. But, you know, we got 2 Titans clashing, and we're talking about it all week with this big game coming up. So, already kind of knew going into it that URG was going to be a very talented team, but they're really showing it so far in this set. But it is a best of 5 series, so Valpo still in the game here, and we'll be right back with game 3.
And we are back, ladies, gentlemen, and MBs, for our Game 3 of this series between Valpo and URG. We're hopping into Junkertown. It will be Flashpoint on Junkertown, though. So, I mean, now it's Valpo on the back foot, right? Obviously, 0-2 in the series right now. It is a best of 5, so if Rio Grande decides to take this, which it's a Flashpoint game, so it could be a pretty quick game if Rio Grande keeps their momentum up, but hopefully Valpo is able to take that punch to the mouth the first couple games and return back with an even stronger one. So now, as we hop into this, right, we're going to take a look at a couple of picks here we have on the side of Valpo. Junker Queen, pretty good for these maps, right? Obviously, you get the map bonus of playing the character on their designated map, which isn't real, but I like to think it's real in my head. But we have that Reaper, we have the Reaper, we have the Soldier, right? This is all stuff that we're pretty used to seeing
Nolan
from
on
Valpo.
Tracer, though, that's an exciting pick.
Yep, true, we do have Nolan on Tracer. It's gonna be rough. I mean, we've seen this
That's the other
whole
team,
game.
though, so.
Yeah, he's been playing that backline, so now you have a champ that just straight backline. It's a little bit arguably harder to even deal with. So we're just gonna have to see how this works out. There's the boost in as well. Realm doing a ton of damage, gonna have to rake for it back. Solaris picks up the Immortality Shield, and now you're walking up. Steak picks up the first kill, and now it's just in the backline here. There's the pull as well. Orem picks up a third, but gets picked off by Ghoul. Now Valpo a little bit of the upper hand here, gonna have to push this back off. And now Valpo is gonna take first objective here. Now you see Nolan's gonna walk up here, gonna just try and play this damage game. There's the pull off. Kiriki frontlining was pretty hard here, gets the melee shot off as well, the bleed going on. Always my favorite thing in this game, just because of the hit marker sound. I love the hit marker sound, but now you have a huge knockout. There's trying to push, trying to just get that boost off. Gets the extra healing. Solaris picks up a kill. Kiriki picks up another. Solaris in a little bit of a bad spot, goes down here, but just gave enough room for his team to come clean up. Realm picks up another, and that's going to be a team wipe for Valpo, and a quick hold on this first point.
As we see at Flashpoint, the quicker objective's already at 60% here, so just gonna need one more quick hold.
Yep. And I mean, they're just holding off here a little bit. Probably gonna have one more push, like you said, but you're sitting on a lot of ults here. I think if you're Valpo, you just don't try to contest this. You have one ult if you can find it, but you really just don't want to blow too much economy on this hold. But now, I mean, you're looking, there's the ult as well from Kiriki. Hits a couple here, and that's the shot you needed. Here comes Realm. Here comes Orem as well with the ult, just zoning to the back here. The Lucio ult comes out from the side of URG, but it's not going to be enough as they push him off point. Flashpoint, first one, controlled by Valpo, and now they're looking for the second point. Realm's going to TP back out. Looks like Valpo is trying to just disengage this fight, but URG does not want to stop fighting right now. They want to just keep this going, but Valpo will get out here, and they're going to look to rotate here.
Yeah, great clean first point by Valpo, starting off game 3 strong.
Yep. I mean, now you're walking. You have a couple of shots here, a couple of picks. And they have an angle here. Here's a huge melee shot there. A ton of healing. Realm walking up as well. But there's the ult from Junker Queen. You have to be careful. Combined with this Reaper, it might be a little bit an issue for Valpo. There's the pullback as well. Getting that shot. The Immortality is going to keep him up. And Valpo just goes down completely. Nolan switching to that Reaper. Getting a couple of shots. And that was a huge Junker Queen ult from McGroin. Agrigorn, not Agorin. Agorin is a League jungler, my bad. Agrigorn is who I'm talking about.
League
here.
slipping through a little bit here
And
with the
honestly,
champions, the
yeah.
names, yeah.
What is this, like hour 2 of casting Overwatch 2 straight? I
Yeah.
thought I would have it by now.
Over 2 hours of Overwatch.
Yep, and there's a huge ult from
Reaper
Realm as
ult.
well. Picks up one, gets the Immortality as well. Gonna try and walk back the Wraith form going up, and that's all this team needs to be able to push
and
this.
picks up another.
Yep, Realm still working there. Steak to try and get this last shot. There's the last shot. Picks up that kill on Junker Queen. And now they're going to be forced on this back point. Gets the other shot. Reaper now walking back here. And that's going to be a quick and clean take for Valpo.
And still have the Soldier and that ult for Solaris too. So pretty good economy. But Nolan, we do see with that Reaper ult. The Reaper ult can be very big in team fights. That's the one that makes me pop off every time.
Oh,
So
definitely.
just spinning around, going crazy in the team.
it's definitely the most fun to watch.
Yeah.
Right now, talking about being serious, but you know, you gotta have a little fun.
Realm
But no,
winning
I
a
mean,
little trade with Nolan though.
Realm going for the 1v1, picks it off too. That's going to be a huge pick. It's going to force URG to take a pretty bad fight here. You're taking a 4, and there's the ult from Nolan after the res, but it's not going to pick up anything. Steak picks up a second. Nolan be forced back up as well. I feel like I'm saying his name every fight, but it's so easy to say. Now, I mean, Realm tried to look for something, going to be forced back. You're still sitting on 3 ults here with a 4th coming up. Steak putting in so much work on the side of Valpo. Another pick-off. Soldier walking up to this front here, getting another shot.
Arm Corps and Solaris doing a great job supporting their team here, keeping them alive.
Oh, definitely. Now, I mean, taking a look, you have the swap Orm going on this Moira, which we've seen her on before.
So
Definitely
Valpo
nothing new. We're seeing just comfort, as that is the second flashpoint. It
going
looks
up
like
2-0.
we might see
So
just a
Valpo
clean
looking like a
3-0 right here.
different team in game 3 here.
Yeah.
I know Valpo has been practicing a lot on these flashpoint maps. We've been practicing a lot early in the, like even in the summer and early in the school year, just really working on these new maps. As we knew, eventually they're going to come into the competitive format. So a little bit of that 5-10 minute break helping them reacclimate and adjust here, looking really strong here in the beginning of game 3.
Yep, and there's the jump in as well. Kirky goes down though. You have to be careful. Here comes Realm. Realm doesn't have. He does have ult there. Here it goes. And there's 1, 2.
Yeah.
Trying to pick up a 3rd, getting off the wall, but Nolan will pick up that kill there. Excuse me. Now Orem gonna be forced to back off on this point. Although Valpo did cap it initially, it's not gonna be enough. Although you do have to contest from Steak. Steak trying to stay alive, but Agrigorn gonna take up the double kill there, and that's gonna be
Able to get to like 30% though, so not bad.
I mean, all you
Valpo
need
gonna
was
have to regroup here.
an initial cap was enough just to run him a little bit more space, but
Because during that contest, the percent still keeps going up. Every second is just keeps going up.
Yep. No, it's really rough. That's why Flashpoint is just so important to get to that objective for.
URG already at 30 themselves though.
Yep. And there's the ult on the back line as well from May. May zones off, but not going to be able to hit anything though. Kirky looking for something, although it will open up URG to take 2 kills. Solaris gets pushed off the map there, and Kirky goes down. That's going to be a team kill for URG, as Valpo is forced to just reconsider.
I think Kirky was maybe looking for an ult angle, but he just died so quick.
You are looking though
very well.
Yeah, I mean, you have to make the decision here. Do you want to try and win on this point, or do you want to try and take a little bit more of a secure fight to the next point, because you are sitting on 4 ults here from Valpo. They can really just kind of spam it on point and win this game here if they get a good entry. Any picks, though, would ruin it. You just have to walk up and get a clean entry. There's the enter from Junker Queen as well. You're sitting in, you're still looking for an ult from Steak. Here's the ult from Kiriki, jumping in, gets the anti, the immortality goes down, and Steak also walking down. Although Orem does go down to that backline, you're still sitting on ults here. Brown picks up a second, trying to focus. There's the ult here coming out, tactical visor from Steak. Steak picks up 1, looking for 2, going to get almost 2, but Nolan takes off. There's the kill as well. Realm going to right mode. Nolan taking that shot. Realm picking up a 3rd, but not going to be enough.
3 of their ults, not able to take over the point there.
Yeah.
Pretty unfortunate. Great hold there by URG.
But now, I mean, URG has a little bit of pressure walking onto this next point, because obviously you're looking at it. Now you had a couple of kills, you have a stagger from Valpo, and Valpo might just be looking to immediately defend on this next point if URG doesn't get to it first. But obviously we're having a quick engage here. I mean, Steak now shooting, and you can see URG's already on this high ground. Although Valpo is looking to get something off of it. Now, I mean, you just have to be really careful. It looks like URG is going to push up immediately with this Junker Queen. There's the ult from May in this backline, but here comes Reaper on the back. There's the ult! There's 2! Looking for 3! May just shields just in time. Almost getting shot, but that's enough for Valpo to push up here. You take 4 down, take 5 down, and that's going to be a wipe for Valpo.
Team kill for Valpo.
That's what you were looking for. But now, I mean, you're sitting, you do have Orem ult up, and then
still holding on to that one. Got that one in the back pocket.
Yep, Kiriki should come up next fight as well. Solaris maybe if he hits that flick, but
and Soldier from URG coming up as well.
Yep.
But, decent ult economy here to be able to hold the point. Taking down those barriers as you talked about.
backup. No, definitely.
Gotta do it.
Gotta break all of them, but here comes the ult like we were talking about from URG. Although he goes down one, Solaris is immediately picked off. They're jumping down on point now. Valpo's gonna have to try and reconsider how they take this fight. Orem gets the ult out, just beaming as hard as she can. There's the ult as well from Kiriki. Jumps around to the side, DPS in a little bit. Nolan now on the back line. It's gonna be enough. Clears enough space. There's Valpo. Valpo clears off 4. Only left is May. And now they're gonna just try and run down here. The point is so low. They have to just try and get on this. There's the freeze though. There's 2 on point though from the side of Valpo. 96%, and that's going to be game. Yeah, Tracer just wasn't enough to dash back on, and that's going to be game 3 to Valpo. Staying alive here on this point.
Looking much better on that flashpoint, really taking control. Little bit of a stumble in that third flashpoint, but able to take it home 3-1 in the flashpoint.
No, I mean really, it was so clutch because we saw early those fights, right? Took it really well, knew how to use their ults. That third point, a little bit rough because obviously we got caught out a little bit, especially with like timings and when to use ults together. But then immediately brought it back, right? You had Realm enter in with that Reaper ult, pick up that double. Although you were working a little bit from behind, you still had that cohesive push in, and you were able to take that next flashpoint.
Yeah. I think I only called it a stumble just because we had 4 ultimates and we used them and we weren't able to take it over. We decided we wanted to go for it. Weren't able to get it, but had a very good fight on the 4th one to take control and keep control.
Yep.
So Valpo looking strong. So best of 5 series down 2-1. Looking for the potential of a reverse sweep. So we're excited back here and stay tuned. We'll be right back with you with some Game 4 action.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, MBs, for Game 4 of the Valpo versus URG series. Valpo working back from a 2-1 deficit here, excuse me. We take a look, got a push map going on here, so Valpo has the has the momentum going into this game, has a little bit of an edge, I feel like, going into this map especially. So now gonna have to just check out how they use that advantage.
This is also my personal favorite map, the push map.
Mm.
Is this called push or is that the truck map?
It's push. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. It's my personal favorite. And we have Wit on the Soldier and Realm on the Reaper, which is a fan favorite, at least for us in the commentary booth. If he ultimates, if he uses ult, we automatically just start going crazy, whether it's good or not.
Yeah, honestly, it's just such a high energy ult. You can't not. But no, I mean, you were talking about picks, right? We have a pretty comfortable cast of characters here on the side of Valpo. Definitely going back to some characters we know and love here. Gonna get that early push though. Realm immediately looking on this backline here, trying to take a couple of shots. They do have the Winston on the side of
I
URG.
just saw that. It's a little bit of a dive comp for URG. Gonna see how it's gonna play out. That's pretty different from what they've been going with so far.
I mean, you have a push, or you have a pull now. It's a little bit rough, right? Obviously, they're just looking to try and get a pick there. The engage, it's just going to go down, though. That's two going down. But Valpo is just trying to push this on the backside as well. Although you lose the picks, you still do take a little bit of range, but you have to be careful now. You're fighting a 3v5 going on here.
Winston on the sports there.
3v1, 3v0 as Valpo does go down. They are going to push this now back, trying to just at least
Gonna even it out here.
Yeah.
Valpo gonna regroup.
Now Valpo really has to take this group because the biggest thing about push, right, is that it punishes straggling way more than a lot of other objectives, because any straggle, I mean, you're always taking a 5v3 and the objective only gets closer, right? It only gets harder for you to actually try and fight these team fights as the objective moves forward.
Realm
so
going in deep here.
But Realm immediately taking one out
there. Able to get the Winston.
Yep, tank going down here. Now they're going to take a little bit more pressure on point. Realm still walking up, but you have to be careful. There's the ult from Nolan. He is on the Sojourn. Sojourn picks up one. Now Valpo trying to just play around these walls here, stay a little bit alive. You have a couple of ults coming up here, though. There's the shot jumping up as well. Gonna get the beam off. Trying to jump back to point here, not going to be enough. There's the Sombra hack as well. Kiriki in a bad spot there, does get melted. So does Stake go down. It's left to Solaris. Excuse me, I just realized we don't have Stake. We have a sub. It was Wit. Excuse me, folks. Sorry about that. But,
it is interesting to know because we had Stake for the first 3 games. And the fourth too. Yeah, I think we would have noticed. But Wit on the Soldier. So Wit was playing that Reaper the last time we saw Academy. Doing a phenomenal job on those Reaper ults and a great TPS for us. But I think he was playing in the Academy, or I mean the club or the varsity game before this. So now available to sub into the Academy game. So.
And now, I mean, we're seeing him have a ton of impact as there's 2 kills right there.
Right away.
Realm picks up a 3rd, and now they're going to be able to push this point. I mean, URG is forced back, and you have a ton of ults. You have 4 ults, almost 5 on the side of Valpo here to secure this. It's really going to be up to them communicating and saying, hey, when can we use these, right? You know, you don't want to blow all 5 of them at once because you're asking to get retaken, right? You have to decide, all right, URG has all their ults coming up as well here, except for the Ana. And there's the ult from Alari as well, immediately looking to just try and take out Nolan. There's the 2 Solaris with a quick double kill. Oh my goodness, gonna bounce out. Aurum picks up a 3rd, Kiriki picks up the 4th, and now Valpo's gonna be able to push this back in. I mean, you're just looking for another kill there. They're saying hi. And now Valpo looking to get to their first checkpoint here. You can get to this checkpoint, right? You're trying to reset your spawns here. Gonna be really, really huge for Valpo. But now, I mean, you get the pushback. There's the lead. There's the objective. And now you do have to fight against this high ground, but we're going to have to see how Valpo decides to take it. There's a huge ult in the backline as well, though. Trying to jump in, get a couple of shots. Although Wick goes down, you have Realm, you have
3 for 1 though,
and you have Solaris working on that backline here. And now, I mean, you're jumping in. You get slept by Ana. Ana's still sitting there, but will get that kill, although Kiriki does finish it off, too.
Realm able to get that better spawn now that we've reached that checkpoint, so huge for Valpo here.
Definitely. Now, I mean, you get that better spawn, you're into these fights a lot faster. It's what we talk about, kind of punishing that straggling technique. Because now, you're
A lot of
looking for
ults from
something.
both sides here.
Yep, Sombra jumps to the back line. Here comes the Winston jumping down as well, but Wit picks up one already. They're looking for something, but Nolan picks up the kill on Wit. Now gonna even it out 1 for 1. There's the Winston ult as well. Reaper just has to look for something in the back line here. Make sure don't get slept. The sleep misses though. Gonna stay alive. Now, Junker Queen pushing him off point. Pretty scrappy fight here. Valpo's a little bit stretched up, but here comes the Ilario. Gets the pull in. A shot. Realm finishes it off. Solaris finishes off another. Gonna bounce back, and there's a huge ult from Realm as well on the backside. That's a team kill for Valpo, and now they're on final approach. I mean, this is looking really, really good for Valpo here. You're on that final approach. You pick up that one. And now this is huge. You have a Reinhardt on the side of URG now trying to push up, trying to counter this Junker Queen. Junker Queen ult still is up, looking for maybe an angle, trying to block off. Gets the pull off, but it's not going to be enough. As now Valpo is forced to just run back here. Trying to get a little bit of healing, and URG takes the point for their second control of the game here.
Yeah, without that barrier, that robot moves so fast too.
Yep.
So able to completely switch to the other side of the map very fast.
No, definitely. I mean, you're just trying to rotate this, so we'll see if Valpo just tries to take it before they can get any progress.
Switches
or
from
if
the
you're just
Winston to the
looking for-
Reinhardt here. I think that's a pretty good play. The Winston didn't seem to...
And there's a huge combo ult from the backside as well. Trying to jump in, getting something. Here comes the ult as well. Trying to take a shot, gets him off the high ground there. Although Kiriko goes down, or Kirikuki goes down, Realm picks up another. Wit goes down though. Valpo, pretty even trades here. Orem goes down, and now they're on the backside. As you have to be careful, Solaris.
Realm
Now
on the
it's just
flank
Realm.
here.
Yep.
Gonna regroup with the team here. Look to hold for got 3 minutes 30 seconds with about a 50-meter lead. So Valpo in a good spot here. URG does have 3 ults coming up though.
Yeah, no. I mean, Valpo had a nice flank with the ult from Junker Queen, but it looks like he just didn't have the follow-up to be able to finish that off, and now they're working on the back again here. I'd have a nickel for every time I said that. You'd have like $20, I feel like. Here comes the ult from McCree as well, though, jumping in. Coming from the back, it will get 1 kill on Wit, though. As they're jumping in, Realm goes down as well. Now it's just the healers in this tank here, as they're trying to just keep Kirikuki alive. Alari, here comes the ult as well, jumps in, but will get shredded immediately. There's the ult in the back line as well. Solaris, oh my goodness!
Solaris!
The final shot goes off and kills 4! Solaris was dead! Wow.
What?
Alright, the ult from Alari detonating at that last second after the
I didn't
pull-in.
know sports could do that.
yeah,
The
no.
4K.
The quick 4K there. And that gives Valpo just so much room now. I mean, this is back in their hands. Now, URG is kind of scrambling to take back this point, especially with how fast it's moving. But there goes Agorin. Realm will trade that, and here comes the ult as well, trying to force him off. Orem picks up another kill as well with the combination of Realm. And that's going to be enough to force them back. I mean, now URG is put on a back foot again.
Valpo, control.
I need some new lines. Anytime someone's like
Don't be
losing, I say
for
back
3 hours
foot.
straight. It starts to get a little bit repetitive.
I start counting the numbers a little bit here. Gets a little bit rough, but it's alright. We're still in to win it here. I mean, we're looking for a reverse sweep this game, so I'm hoping it goes a little bit longer.
With some new life here in this series.
And there's an ult from Kiriki on the backline as well. Wit being able to pick up 1, Wit picking up 2, looking for 3 maybe. And there's the ult from McCree as well, jumping behind. McCree will pick up the kill on Solaris though, just using it for a little bit of DPS. And now you have the soldier on the top line, but Valpo still has a really, really strong push pulling here. Almost pulls back there. Got the knife, but won't just pull back. There's the boost up. Now it's up to Realm. Realm still working on this Reaper. Still walking back there. On point though. Reinhardt trying to hold up the dash in. Almost gets it. Nolan is working on the back line though. You do have the soldier as well. The 1v1 going off. Not going to be able to pick up that kill. Although that is a wipe for URG. Valpo completely going down here. All that's left is the respawn.
1 minute left, 36 meters to push here. So Valpo's just got to hold it for these 45 seconds. You have a couple ults coming up, but URG has 3 ults already online.
URG, I think, might just try and play this for that overtime. Right, you're not looking for a final push now. I think you pop 3 ults, you pop 4 ults, you look for something there. But there's one, and Wit finishes it off though. The Mercy ult going off as well, and the double ult here too. Although he does go down, Solaris gets killed as well. Now it's just Junker Queen. There's the revive from Mercy on the side of URG, and now they just have numbers advantage. It's all up to Realm, and it's all up to Aurum to try and just get out of here. Gets the TP off. Will almost stay alive. Misses the final shot, and they will stay here. Not going to stagger that ult yet, though. Have enough healing.
Have Reaper ult, which is very good for point control.
Yep, I mean now.
And they're forced to stay on this point, though.
Yep, here comes the teleport as well. But he does miss it. He doesn't get the angle that he wants to. He just teleports right in front. Luckily, he just didn't die there. And now, I mean, I think URG knows he's looking for it now. You do have to pull in as well. You're walking back, and there's the ult as well. Picks up 1. He's going to get cornered around that. Almost gets 2, but it won't pick up enough as Wit decides to start to finish it up here.
Corvus dying?
There's the ult. Oh, McCree picks it up. Although here comes Kiriki. There's the ult. Gets the anti off. McCree's still alive. He gets the shot, but the revive goes off first. Ghoul still alive. Alari's still alive. Gets the push back into Kiriki. And that's going to be a take. And that's a win for Valpo in game 4. Excuse me. Now, I mean, really scrappy match there, but that's kind of what you're looking for, as hey, the reverse sweep is possible now. And here's Solaris.
We know what play is coming here.
We can at least watch it, because obviously we can't put the spectator cam on a dead person. But now, obviously, hops up, gets the ult and dies. But then oh, okay, great, good client. Yep, there it is. Awesome. So no.
So Valpo evening up 2-2. I think a big thing to note here is Wit subbing in has, I don't know, like, he revitalized this team, but they have looked like a different team this game 3 and 4. Not sure if he played in the third game. Yeah.
I mean, you're seeing here, it's like, it feels like Wit follows up a ton on Kiriki being able to actually step up here, because you'll see a ton of times Kiriki and, Solaris, or Kiriki and Aurum will both solo out one of the DPS on the side of URG, but they just won't have the damage to follow it back up. Now, Wit on that soldier being able to just track like crazy is that follow-up damage that you need to really make these pushes happen.
Yeah. The other thing to note too is the way that Realm and Wit play is purely only allowed by the support of Solaris and Arm Chorus. Their healing has been instrumental in allowing them to go for some of these plays, these trades. But they're obviously in a support-controlled meta. Sometimes it's tough for us League and Smash players to analyze that gameplay, but gotta give a shout out to them as well, as they're allowing these plays to happen.
No, definitely.
Yeah, definitely some life back in Valpo. Is now we are no longer on the back foot, so
it's 2-2.
Don't have to hear that anymore.
Yeah, I'll try not to say it this time. But no.
So potential of a reverse sweep here for Valpo or URG, able to close it out in game 5. So yeah, it's 2-2. Turn on the silver scrapes, and we'll be right back. So getting back into it, game 5.
Yep. I mean, this
So,
is it.
Valpo coming back.
Ready for battle.
This is. I mean, this is the second game 5, right? That we've.
I don't know why our
Casted with this
Overwatch
team.
teams love to go to game 5 and make us stay here for 3 hours.
No.
If they win, I'll be happy, but I came after game 2. I was like, I have a new rule. If we win this next game, we have to win.
Hey,
Be
I mean.
serious, because I'm not staying an extra hour for us to
No,
lose.
Definitely. I mean, we hate the long times, but
Yeah.
at the same time, you're seeing
Hey,
it
no,
on my
I'm
pay
just,
sheet.
I'm just happy for a win. Joking,
I'm
of
happy
course.
to be here.
Yeah,
No, yeah. I love watching these guys play anyways, though. It's so fun.
yeah.
So
Having
now,
the
I mean,
opportunity to stream both teams in like one day, though, how the
Yep.
times lined up, and we were able to just finish one game and hop right back into the second game was just nice too to have that opportunity.
it's fun to watch a stomp, and it's fun to have this competitive series like we're having
Yeah.
right now. Especially with Valpo. I was about to say working on the back foot, but not anymore, as we are now walking with a 2-2 series on this
on the
Route 66
Genji,
payload.
Solid half of one of the games looking really sharp on it. So to see that come out, the Soldier
Yeah, no, I mean now.
going with that Winston for URG too, which I don't think personally was a great pick, but maybe on this specific truck map that the dive might work out.
I mean, you kind of need Winston on Route 66 to jump on top of this gas station. You see just how much pressure he's able to exert and how far this payload's moved already. I mean, all of Valpo is on top of this point here, trying to just heal. You have Wit on this top side as well, being able to track. And now, I mean, he's just going insane. He's getting so much damage down. Although Valpo is pushed off this point here, he's gonna have to just rotate back. And there's the first pick as well. Realm being able to pick up the first elimination of the game. Kirikuki picking up the second, but you have to be careful. This payload is already almost at this checkpoint now. So Valpo's gonna have to try and just play this retake now. Gets the stun out, but here comes the Bastion from URG. Wit picks up the third. There's the shot as well.
Ooh, not able to pick up the Winston at 1 HP.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that, folks. But as you can see, they took this high ground again. We have Wit applying a little bit of pressure here. You have Sigma shooting down on this side as well. And now there's the Bob thrown out, but Bob goes way wide here. As here comes the Tact Visor, and here comes the dash in as well. Solaris gets the ult off. Wit looking to finish off someone here. There's the shot. Not going to be able to get it. Solaris will finish it off, though. I mean, this is a push, but Valpo lost a lot here. There's the dash in. Rome is going to trade 1-for-1, though. Solaris getting burned down, not going to be able to finish it. The honor on the side of URG, Anonymous, going kind of crazy there. Being able to pick up a triple kill, at least finishing off for the team. Hey, if the DPS won't do it, you got to do it, I guess. But now Sigma forcing on this point here. You have Aurum playing a really aggressive here, just trying to support. There's the jump in on point as well. There's the Blade coming out from Realm. The Blade doing work as well. Sigma ult on the backline too. Wit picking off two. Looking for a third here. Not going to be able to get it though. And now back to this high ground, right? I mean, this is Route 66. This is kind of what we talk about, is that you have to play for this right here. And it's also kind of the idea behind the Winston pick, right? Is you have the Winston pick, you jump to this high ground, you have a lot of space going on.
Yeah.
And now, I mean,
Alpha doing a great job holding it right before this first point.
And now, I mean, we're seeing he's just doing his best. There's the shot and a quick
Wit with a
hit
great
for Wit.
shot.
Yep, Wit just doing his best here. Trying to just solidify himself. Although you do have to watch out in the back line. Solaris picks up one, but there is a huge flight going on, and that's 3 from Valpo going down. Now Valpo is forced on this back foot here. Gonna take this shot. There's the pull as well. Solaris looking for something. Gets cornered out. Sigma now left on point alone. Gonna have to try and just hold as much as he can, but it looks like he will go down here, and Valpo will not be back fast enough. Although here comes Aurum on point. Aurum immediately gets melted off. I'm Realm now forced to just back up, and if you're URG, you're jumping around, you're trying to get this pressure. You're trying to just force them off a little bit here.
They can't get away with this.
So URG able to get to that second point, buys an extra 2 minutes for them, but overall pretty good hold on that first point for Valpo.
Yeah, but now, I mean, you're looking here, Valpo definitely has the advantage, at least with a huge fight, though. Going down in the bar, 2 dropping on the side of Valpo, 3 dropping on the side of Valpo. Not going to be enough, as they are just going to straight push this out.
That is it.
Yeah, now, I mean, a little bit of a snap engage there, I think, but Valpo just getting caught kind of on their back foot here. I said it
Hey,
again.
you said it
I
again.
said it again. I'm losing it. I actually think I'm losing
Long
it.
day for Blake.
Next day, you guys are going to see me with a thesaurus in the stream, and I'm just going to be reading new lines that I can say, just so I don't say the same thing over and over again. But no, I mean, Valpo now having to work with disadvantage. There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Pushing into the side here. The Winston shield just shielding off here, but now you have the Alari. Alari looking for something, shoots it on the top side here. Gonna bounce herself back off. Did jump to the side. Kirki now walking on this point now. There's the power up as well. Wit still has the ult. If he has to shred, he can. Looking for probably a flank here. Kirki, there's the ult as well going off. Here it comes. Mercy going to be the first target. Gets the first one. Gonna try and flick. Not gonna be able to hit though. As Kirikuki left only on point here. Last one alive except for this McCree. McCree ult going off. But will finish it off.
Bastion
right
able to
before
finish
he
him
pulled
before the
trigger.
McCree ult, yeah.
That's a real like southern draw right there. You either pull the trigger first or Bastion kills you.
Yeah. So URG able to get to this last checkpoint here. We'll be given the 2 minutes to try and get to the 100% here.
Yep, no, I mean, you got 2 minutes. Now you're just trying to get anything you can, right? URG has a lot more momentum right now, and this Winston pick has definitely been providing them the kind of fuel that they need for their DPS to go. So Valpo gonna have to try and work a little bit more front to back here in these next couple of fights. But there's the Echo Steal as well. You are sitting on the Junker Queen ult though. You have to be careful. McCree looking for something. Kirki, there's the ult though, hitting a 4-man ult, coming back from the back end as well. Here comes Aurum as well with the ult, picking up 2. Kirki picking up 3. And that's a team kill for Valpo. That was a lot of ult economy blown, but it was definitely worth it. You needed to swing a little bit more in your favor.
So, minute left for URG to try and push this final point. Have a little bit of bar spawn walk, it looks like. So, gonna regroup here.
Yep,
A
no,
little bit
I
of
mean, you have the
couple
healing.
character swaps coming out from URG.
You have to be careful. Being jumped off this backline is kind of the hardest part about facing a Winston like this, is that you get displaced so often that it's really hard to tell and kind of keep track of where your team is right now.
Absolutely.
Kirki getting walked up. There's the shield as well. Solaris going down, trying to get that shot. Echo almost going down, but Echo picking up 2 there. Bastion now trading in form. That's 3
3 down,
for Valpo.
4 down. Wit last
Yep.
alive here. Able to
It's
get
just
back to the
Widow.
healing.
30 seconds.
Yeah, no, I mean, now he's forced to try and fight on this point. I mean, Valpo has to break this, but you see Winston is just immediately shooting here, but Valpo trying to work on the other side. Nolan picks up
Realm gets
another
picked.
kill on Valpo, and now they're fighting a 4v5 here. There's the Echo Steal. Echo going for the Junker Queen, trying to get the anti-heal for the ult. Just doing a ton there, trying to shoot off. There's the ult as well. Although Bastion goes off, might look for maybe a high noon on the side of Valpo here. Look for something. There's on the side, trying to get anything, but Wit going off with the ult on point there, picking up 4. Picking up 3, looking for the 4th. Almost gets it, but doesn't get it. Left it up to Realm to try and secure it. They're gonna kill off this point, and that's gonna be a 100% for the side of URG on this first attack.
Yeah,
Even in
good
overtime,
good initial hold by Valpo there, but URG is able to get to that 100% with, you know, just a little time remaining there. Or
Yep.
no time. In the overtime they
Yep.
get it.
I mean, they have 1 minute in overtime. If Valpo is
If
able to
Valpo
secure
gets
this
that
100%,
100%, yeah.
we need Valpo to secure that 100%. It's not a want, it's a need. Now we need to take
Yeah,
this
last
overtime.
chance here for Valpo. Do or die situation. Got to make it to this 100% to have a chance. So
Keep the reverse sweep dream alive here. But now, I mean, you're working Route 66, expecting a couple of dive comps, expecting something that can get up fast. Yep, you get the speed from Junker Queen. You're looking for an early pick. with
Realm on the
Realm.
Widow.
Okay. Yeah, going for an early pick. You have a ton of grapple spots that you
Yeah, we
can
got
initially
to get
go
the
here
cam
in
on
this
Realm
map.
for the beginning here.
Yeah, of course, of course. Oh, I'll press the keyboard and just leave it there for a little bit until we hop into that first fight. But I mean, yeah, you have so much launch
I do not keep
like
track.
opportunity with her grapple,
Well, I'm pretty
especially on
sure
Route
I'm
66.
ahead.
You're gonna see here, try to just push them off that top side, especially if URG decides to hold around that kind of sign up on the top left there. You're gonna see Widow is a hard counter into that hold. So just look for any kind of pick here. Yep, nobody's cheesing the side, and here comes the launch we were talking about. Almost hitting that shot, not gonna be able to get it, but still looking for something. Has a great angle. Yeah, Bastion's playing with fire there, trying to peek that. Realm just getting off a lot more damage. And now we're pushing into this first fight. Gets the launch up as well. Gets the shot, not going to be able to hit though. Gets the hit on Echo, but will go down to Ghoul as we swap around. Kiriki now walking to the side. Solaris does heal Realm though, and now it's up to Wit to DPS for the rest of this as Realm is still pushing the back. You have to be careful though. Winston doing a lot of damage, but Mercy's going to keep him up. Winston's going to just jump back to the point there. Kiriki's still left on point. Wit finishes off that kill. Gonna try and finish off that one also. Shreds it too. Jumps up. Gets a couple of shots here. And now, I mean, you're looking for something. And now, I mean, we're on point. You have the objective. You have the advantage. So you really have to be careful. Valpo making sure that they just don't lose this retake. You do have the Bastion ult, but Realm picks up one as well. Looking for two. Gets the ult off as well, popping off. Here it comes. Gets the headshot and the shot on Bastion as well. Wit picks up the third. Kirikuki gets ulted on. Echo still working on that backline, trying to get something. Winston jumping on that Mercy, but Wit just picks it up and cleans it up there. And that's going to be first objective for Valpo. And now, I mean, you're taking a couple of shots here.
But Valpo able to get to that first point in pretty good time.
No, I mean, now you have that
440
checkpoint.
left.
You're walking up, and you have a lot of space to work with, right? Obviously, you see Kiro, and you have to respect this Widow now. Widow's been getting a couple of shots.
He's been staying on the Widow too. I like it.
Yep. I mean, you still have such a long range here to work with that, although, you know, obviously a little bit unconventional, you combined with Wit as a ton of damage that you can work with here.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, there's the pull in from Kirikuki. There's the knife as well, and that's going to finish off the Ashe. Ashe a little bit out of position, although you do have the power up there. It's just trying to get as much damage as you can. Rel looking for the pick on this Mercy. Going to hit the one flick. Looking for two. Oh, and a nasty flick in the air.
Realm, oh my goodness.
Go crazy with it. Still getting pocketed now, and that's a shot. Yeah, I'm just keeping the cam
The
here.
Widow's going crazy.
So much DPS going out there. And now, I mean, there's the
Bastion
open Bastion trying to clear off that point. Slow him down a little bit there. Does pick up the kill on Realm, though. And now Valpo is going to be forced to back it up. The only person left really is Wit fighting for this point, although their tank has backed up. But now they're walking back on point. There's the Ghoul. Ghoul is being pocketed by that Mercy, though. You have to be careful. Wit has to back up. Kirikuki goes down. And now it's up to Wit and Aurum on point. Aurum with the ult, though, having to dash back out. The beam just keeping her alive there. And now, I mean, you shield. That's a shot. And oh man, I mean, now it's Valpo up to try and retake this here, right? You still are sitting on 3 minutes. 3 minutes. You still have second objective open, so time is not really your worry here, right? You're more so worried about how you're going to get back onto this point, especially with kind of how abusive the comp is on the side of URG. But here's your answer. I mean, you dive in with Kirikuki right now with the ult. You also follow it up with Wit. Wit sitting on an ult as well of himself. And now, I mean, you're looking for that Kirikuki following up. Gets a triple kill there. It's just the Ana left. Still walking up. Still trying to get it. Staying on point there. There's the shot. And oh man, I mean, that's the retake that you were looking for.
Yeah, Valpo on a good pace here. 220 left, able to get to this third checkpoint here.
Yep, I mean, now you see, just trying to create any pressure, any pick that you can get right now, right? Especially with this new objective, new spawn that you get. is definitely huge for Valpo at least pushing this up. So now, I mean, shot from Realm. Realm does go down a little bit lower here. Kirikou, you still working this front line. And you still have 3 ults on the side of Valpo, though, looking for it. There's the ult from Solaris, though, popping off. Get a little bit of a wide view here, though, although Kirikou does go down. Nolan does have the ult, and it looks like Valpo's going to be forced to back up here, as that's a triple for the side of URG. Almost looking for Quadra here, but Realm and Solaris are back up. Yep, do have 100 charge though, looking for the shot. Won't hit it though. Gonna be forced to back up here. Now, I mean, Valpo pushing on to this point here. You have the Winston out of position, but Winston will ult back. There's the Bastion ult as well. Not gonna be able to pick up anything, but a little bit of zoning going off. Realm picks up 1. He gets the ult off as well. Here comes Sojourn. Gonna look for 2. There's 2. Gonna look for 3. Gotta try and get 3. There's 3. Although Winston picks up 2 on the side of URG. It's a pretty even trade for both teams, as now Winston still sitting on point, doesn't have ult here, but you do have the anti-Junker. Junker picks up the kill on Winston, and now it's just left the supports and Nolan on the side of URG to try and pick this game back up. No, I mean, now you have Junker Queen being able to walk this side. Valpo making great time here. Being able to push up. They're gonna be able to try and just make a hold here if they get this pick here. Bastion going so low, Bastion almost one on it, keeping him alive as Aragorn gets the pick on the back end. Oh my goodness, trying to just get anything here. There's the ult out from Kirikou, but it might be too late as the rest of Valpo goes down here. It's only Wit left on point.
Yep.
And everybody goes
Arm,
down.
Corvus, and Wit are going to have ults once they regroup here. So minute 40 left, still plenty of time. We saw URG did finish with overtime, so Valpo's still on decent pace here as long as we can get to that 100%.
Yep. No, I mean, you still, honestly, the nice thing about taking the first team to overtime is that there isn't that much pressure on this push right now, right? You're not trying to make it in more time. You're just trying to make it. So you have to kind of look for any opening you can. You play it a little bit slow. You make sure that you at least find the pick that you look, but you have to be careful. Here comes the boosted up Monkey, and Monkey just starts to slam. Wit picks up 1 though, looking for the backside, looking for pick up 2. Orem pops the ult as well, picks up the 2nd, and now Wit picks up the 3rd. Running in, you get the revenge, and this is the kind of fight that you were looking for. There's almost picks up the 4th, but Kirikou will pick it up, and that's a push. You have to be careful though. You do have retake from Ghoul. You have the URG team coming back here, although they have to get on this objective now. There's the boost from Kirikou, jumping in the back line. You have to be careful. Orem is getting hopped on here by this Winston. Orem does go down there. The slip on Kirikou. That's going to be a stop. You have I'm Realm on the top. You have Wit being forced to back up here as well. Looking for a couple of shots, but
Valpo gonna have one more chance here. Gonna have to regroup and get back to point pretty quickly. Bastion does have ult to be able to zone them off that point, so gonna have to go quick. Now or never for Valpo.
Now, I mean, you're looking.
Game 5, 10 seconds left.
This is crunch time now, right? Wit cannot get picked here. Wit, especially with his ult up, he's got so much use to the team. You see Winston recognizes that too, gonna push up. Although Nolan picks up 1. One of the healers is down for Valpo. There's the ult from Bastion as well. Bastion picks up 2. But here comes the ult from Wit and the ult from Realm. There's the res from Solaris as well. This is gonna be a crunch fight. Nolan picks up a 3rd though. Valpo's looking from end. Nolan picks up a 4th. Valpo's looking really rough. A 5th! What is happening? That's almost a 6th, and that's gonna be a wipe for Valpo. That's overtime. Oh my goodness, a pentakill coming in from Nolan off the 2 reses to save URG's game. Almost a win there, but insanely rough. Yeah, that's pretty expected here. Might be even this last fight. Yep, it's this last fight that we were talking about. There's the first pick. There's the 2nd, and we're looking, there's the ult going off as well. 3rd, picks up the 4th as well, coming around, and that's just going to be team wipe, and that's going to be game. Sadly, Valpo did lose 2-3 in this series, right? The reverse sweep, no longer, but definitely a hard fought game, right?
Yeah, good fight.
Can't complain about how the team performed today. Definitely stayed in it, stayed competitive. We saw that last game, taking it down literally to the last, like, 10 meters, right? Forcing it to overtime, forcing them to max out their time there. And that's really all we can ask for.
Yep. Well, hats off to URG, University of Rio Grande, and good job to Valpo too, bringing it all the way back to Game 5. It was looking like it was going to be a 3-0, but bringing it so close.
Yep.
But good job to our Overwatch teams today. Varsity wins both of their games 3-0 against Purdue and Illinois State University. Academy falling 3-2, and then I think Club also lost. But we'll be back tomorrow with some Rocket League, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in, and it's been a great time. This is Henry Speedy Kill Ninja,
This is Dikembe.
and we'll catch you guys next time.
Go Valpo.